A very fresh and a very remarkable morning to one and all present here. Myself Zainab Kagdi from Atmiya Green School, Jadeshwar Bharuch. We are back with English subject and today we are going to learn about Videsya Babu. That is your unit number 5, section number 1, Videsya Babu. So this is a story of Pipli town in Hazaribagh district of Bihar. Here, there lived a man named Bideshia Babu. Here, Bideshia means foreigner. He is called Bideshia Babu just not because he had traveled many countries or he had gone out of the country, but he was called because he stayed at his grandfather's village in Kirimiri for 2 months, and he had gone far away in a train and came back wearing shiny new brown boots with black laces and sola topi on his head. So people thought he's very well traveled, and his real name was Debnath Chaudhary. But nobody called him by that name. He was always called Videshya Babu. Even by his mother, he was called Videshya. So was a part-time geologist in the government survey officer, and on Sundays he worked as an amateur inventor and homeopathic doctor. Moving on, he always said, myself Bidesiya Babu am doing crazy things, yes G. If problem develop, I glad to help. Happy inventoring G. So he says that here he is very happy to help everyone. So he invented a machine. So you can see in the picture the box. He invented this box, and whenever there is any, it was like problem finder. So whenever there is any problem around, then the antenna used to start waggling. So here one day it started waggling. So it was the problem because the many trees in the forest were cut off. So because of that, the tiger who was living in that forest would have very few places to hide himself. So it was very easy for him to come into the village. So the people of Pipli were very scared, and they've started finding out different solutions to this problem, that what will happen if the tiger will enter in the village and kill many people. So they were preparing in advance what to do next. So one of them decided, after many suggestions, after many discussions, they found a solution that only the power of fasting can they can with the power of fasting only they can solve this problem. So Khichdi and Motia, they both started doing fasting. You can see in the picture that Khichdi and Motia both are fasting. They are meditating in the little far away from the village area, so that and they sat on the edge of the forest, so that if the tiger ji came inside the village, then first he has to face these two, Motia and Khichdi. But Motia was very well versed and very well mannered, so he had a very self control in eating. But Khichdi was very foodie, so he couldn't stay hungry for a longer time, so he had to eat something. So each day he went inside the thicket forest, and he ate juicy guavas, the big nice ones, and drank some water from the stream, and then came back looking very innocent. And he burped, but Mutia already knew that he was eating something and he was cheating with the fasting stuff. But he was very much confident on his own fasting. He said that only with the power of my own fasting I can get rid of the tiger. So Mutia didn't say anything because he was a peaceful fellow and thought that he could chase the tiger away with his own fasting. So the evening on the third day, just as twilight was beginning to fall, there was the biggest scene in Pipli town, because Tiger Ji had seen with his keen little eyes that our friend Khichdi come to sneak guavas uh, for 3 afternoons, and also saw there was no one nearby where these two gents were fasting so fast. So now he thought, when he he was hungry fellow. Tiger was very hungry, so he looked upon Motia and Khichdi, and he found that Khichdi is little plump, little fat in size, so it would be very delicious to eat him instead of Motia. So he just came nearby, and he just jumped on the he just took a leapt on the top of Khichdi, and he stopped. Why did he stop? Khichdi was trying to lying there petrified, trying to scream, but he couldn't speak. The voice cannot couldn't come out of his throat. He was so terrified. Then too he then too the tiger ji heard it, a terrible, horrible sound, enough to make even tiger's hair stand on end. It was a rumbling, grumbling, growling, roaring sound as if 100 lions were approaching. So this was the sound of meditating. That was done by Motia. Grumble. It went grumble, grumbler. Tigerji knew when he was beaten. He couldn't fight 100 lions. With his eyes still shining like headlights in the twilight, he retreated slowly into the forest, very, very annoyed. So that sound came from Motia, and that sounded like the 100 lions were roaring at the same time. So the lion was very much scared that once he knew that when he was beaten he couldn't find 100 lions. So he went back into the forest with very very annoying. He was very much annoyed with that sound. Well, let's all run away fast, fast. You'll say now that we have got rid of one tiger only to get stuck with 100 lions. But there was no real need for that. The terrifying rumbling came from dear Motia, Bhaiya's hungry stomach, crying out truthfully for food. So that voice came out of the stomach of Motia. You can see in the picture, this is the stomach of Motia, which is hungry since 3 days. Okay, and that sound came from the stomach of Motia, but everybody thought that that sound is of Tiger Ji, 100 lions. Okay, in fact, that's what gave Bidesiya Babu the idea of the rumbling revolver. He had watched the whole thing from his window and was about to aim at Tigerji with a very strong water hose to chase him away. Then he realized that Mutia's honest fasting had given him a wonderful idea for chasing away angry tigers without harming them. Yes, he has made a fine, shiny revolver with a fixture inside which includes a microscopic super amplifier. The noise it makes resembles that of a huge pride of lions roaring like a thunder. So now with these, by watching everything in the from the window, he realized that by making a thing, by inventing a thing which can make a sound same as the sound coming out of the Motia's stomach, that by that we can get rid of tiger without harming it. So he made a revolver that made sound that resembled that of a huge pride of lions roaring all together like thunder. And Motia, who is the co-inventor, has received the wonderful reward of free kachoris for life made by Bideshia Babu's mother. After this, our friend Khichri had to help the people of Pipli replant saplings in the patch which the tree thieves had cleared, and with the monsoons being so good, the jungle is looking thick and green again. Tiger Ji has lots of places to hide in now, and the tree thieves seem to have heard that he is very angry, so they haven't returned. But Bidesiya Babu is busier than ever before. All the ministers in Delhi want to see his rumbling revolver and his immediate upstart finder too. As you will imagine, they need it badly because all the upstarts seem to collect in Delhi. No matter, after all the fame he will have received, Bidesiya Babu will still return to Peoples and sing, I may rumble, but I am humble. Always at your Isar G. Myself Bidesiya Babu am crackpot inventoring G. So here it is a wonderful story, very funny and very interesting one, written by Mala Marwa. She is a writer and artist. She studied fine arts at the MS University, Baroda, and painting at the California College of Arts and Crafts. She has served as assistant editor with the Lalit Kala Academy and taught history of art and aesthetics at her alma mater in Baroda. Her work can be found in the collection of the National Gallery of Modern Art, New Delhi. So I hope you understood the story. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So I hope it's a wonderful story. You understood it. Now we will be moving on to our question answers, that is reading 1 and reading 2. So here is the answers. So let us have a quick explanation of the question answers. The PDF of these answers will be sent to you in your group. So kindly complete your notebooks as soon as possible, as that pictures will be asked to you at a fixed date. So kindly complete it all the lessons in your notebook so that it will be also easy for you to learn in the exams. So we'll begin with reading 1. Question number 1. Bidesiya Babu got his name because he dressed like a foreigner. Second, returned to the village after many days. Third, traveled far on a train, or all of the above. So I would suggest the answer is all of the above, as he was dressed like a foreigner. Again, he returned after a long time to the village, and he also traveled far on a train. So the answer is option 4, all of the above. Second, the immediate upstart finder could dash detect miscreants, foretell the future, transform the reality, or beep at the wrong time. So it can detect miscreants. So your option 1 is the correct answer. Third, Motia knew that Khichri had eaten because Khichri could not stay hungry. B. Khichri was not afraid of the tiger. C. Khichri came back and burped. Or 4, all of the above. Okay, why? Because Motia could easily identify that Khichri had eaten something because he had burped. Khichri came back and burped. So option 3 is the correct answer. Moving on to answer the following questions, that is on your page number 123 of your course book of class 7th. So question 1 is, what jobs did Bidesiya Babu do? What job did he excel at? So Bidesiya Babu worked as a geologist at the government survey office during the week. He also worked as a homeopath and inventor on Sundays. The job he excelled at was inventing. Question 2 is, what was Bidesiya Babu's most famous invention? Why was it special? Bidesiya Babu's most famous invention was the immediate upstart finder. This was a little box with big antenna that picked up nervous responses typical to troublemakers. It was a big success because it was excellent for picking up potential troublemakers at a mela. Question 3 is, why did the immediate upstart finder start shaking on a Sunday morning? The immediate upstart finder started shaking on Sunday morning because there was a great commotion when some thieves chopped down trees in the forest, as a result of which the tiger who lived in the jungle had started rushing and frightening the people of Peepli. Question D is, what was the solution to the problem that was agreed to? The solution to the problem of the tiger that was agreed to was that Khichdi and Motia would sit at the edge of the forest and fast like the old sadhus did, and the power of fasting would drive the tiger back into the forest. It was a wonderful plan. Question E is, what had tempted the tiger and what had scared it away? So, what tempted the tiger? Obviously, the fasting, the sight of the two men fasting. The tiger was tempted by the sight of the two fasting men, especially Khichdi. Seemed like a plump and juicy prey. The tiger realized that no one was around while these gentlemen fasted, so they would be easy to kill. However, he was frightened by the hungry rumbling of Motia's stomach, which sounded like 100 lions roaring. This scared it away. So, this was the answer of question E. Moving on to question number F. What inspired Bidesya Babu to make a rumbling revolver? So Bidesya Babu saw the effect that the rumbling from Motia's stomach had on the tiger. It sounded like the roar of 100 lions and succeeded in scaring the tiger away. This inspired him to invent the rumbling revolver, which could be used to scare away tigers without harming them. So this revolver doesn't kill the tigers, it just makes the sound. Reading 2 of your textbook. Okay. Which part of the story did you find most amusing? So this you need to write on your own. Moving on to question 2. The writer brings out humor both through comical happenings as well as through the use of language. Explain with examples. The writer narrates a variety of humorous incidents. The tone is set with the description of Bidesha Babu, whose solar topi and long train journey gave him his name and his varied professions. The solution that the villagers come up with to scare away the tiger, to fast and use the power of their minds is another example. The description of Khichdi sneaking away to eat guavas and giving away his secret by burping is another example. The most amusing incident, however, is when the tiger comes to eat khichdi but is scared away by the rumbling of Motia's stomach, which in turn inspires Bidesya Babu's final invention of the rumbling revolver. The story has three short songs or ditties which are sung by Bidesya. Motia and Khichdi, which are also written in a humorous manner. However, what truly makes this story funny is the usage of language. The author uses a mixture of local language and Indianized English that is both familiar and amusing. The story is filled with colloquialisms, which are words or phrases that are used by ordinary people in ordinary everyday language. In India, English is littered with colloquialisms, especially words that are derived from native languages. For example, the tiger is referred to as Tiger Ji throughout the story, or the line, "Let's all run away fast, fast," is a direct translation of how this line would be said in Hindi. It is these that add humor throughout the story. Question 3 and question 4, you have to write it on your own words as it is an application type of questions. You need to write it on your own. Moving on to vocabulary part, that is prefixes and suffixes. Okay. Now prefixes are the words which is added in the beginning and suffixes which is added at the end of the word. So your teacher So here in teacher word, the prefix we don't have prefix. Root word is teach and suffix is er, a teacher. Second is happiness. So here root word is happy and suffix is ness. Third is unbelievable. So here prefix is you and un. Root is believe. Suffix is able. So here in unbelievable we have used prefix also and suffix also. Bicycle. So again, prefix is bi, root word is cycle. Guidance. So your guide plus ends. So your suffix is used. Misunderstood. So miss is a prefix. Disagree. Dis is a prefix. Confirm. So con is a prefix. Moving on to grammar portion, that is models. Tanmay is waiting outside the principal's office. He was called because his teacher, Mrs. Bose, caught him making a paper plane while she was teaching the class. What is going through Tanmay's mind right now? Read out, read on to find out. So, so your question 2 is now look at the root words. You can create new words by adding a suffix or prefix to them. So here you can make teach to teaching, unteachable, teachable, happy can turn into this. So these are the answers which you need to write it on your own. You can try it. You'll get the answers. Here grammar part is models. So here Tanmay is waiting outside the principal's office. So now he was called because teacher Mrs. Bott caught him making paper plane while she was teaching the class. Now let us see what is going on in his mind. Here I am again. Can't Mrs. Bose be kind to me at least once? So can't is a model used. She always sends me to the principal. She could simply have scolded me and allowed me to remain in the class. I don't like her. I think she doesn't like me either. But what should I do now? I must tell the principal that I shall never make paper planes in the class again. But I have said that before, and he will punish me this time. What if I pretend to have a stomach ache? Then I can go to the sick room and won't have to face him at all. I can't decide, but there's the bell. I must enter now. May I come in, sir? So here the underlined words are the models used to complete the paragraph. Okay, what are models? The words used to fill in the blanks above are called auxiliary or helping verbs and are also called modal verbs. They are also called helping verbs because they are not complete in themselves but have to be used with another verb called the main verb. So these are called modal verbs. Here again, what do modal verbs express? So we have to fill in the blanks with the correct. Okay, can't Mrs. Bose be kind to me? The modal can't here expresses a possibility considered negatively. B is what should I do now? The modal should here expresses the need for advice. I must tell the principal. The modal must have expressed a necessity. I shall never make paper planes again. The modal shall here expresses a decision. May I come in, sir? Here it expresses the seeking of permission. So here on the next page you can see that there are 9 modal verbs in English which are called pure modals. You can see on page number 126. So here question number 3 and in pronunciation question number 1 and 2 are homework. We'll discuss that in our next video. So please kindly do the pronunciation as homework, that is on your page number 126 and 127. Kindly complete your notebooks with with the PDF sent to you in the group, and also do the homework that is on page number 126 and 127. If you have any doubt, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number.